Hello and good evening. Welcome to The Late Show. Tonight, we're talking about teaching assistants in the world of higher education. Our goal is to shed light on the inequalities of instructors of different levels. Why do TAs take on this role? Money? Power? Career goals? We'll find out tonight. We are focusing on status and the hot topic of working for less. We have talked to many teaching assistants from various departments. We'll hear from some of them shortly. They will speak about pay and faculty privileges and benefits, and the services that they provide to undergraduate students at the world-renowned University of Washington. As we projected and then affirmed, the issue of how much they are paid, as well as the perks attached to being a TA at UW, seem to be the predominant factor on why they take on this position. We have a few TAs joining us tonight on The Late Show, and I will let them introduce themselves. Let's welcome our TAs.
Hello everyone, my name is Kidus. I'm a four-time STAS 221 TA.
Awesome. Now, Kidus, why are you a TA?
I'm TA because it's a graduation requirement. I value education, especially one from such highly acclaimed university. I teach because it is helping me toward my career goals. I think it is good to be a teacher assistant and teach what I've learned. Also, I think it is beneficial as a researcher to be a TA because this is part of my researcher's job, which is why I think it gives me many benefits of being a TA.
Thank you very much. You're doing this to advance your career goals, you'd say. Yeah. And you want to be viewed in a higher regard when joining the job market soon.
Sure.
Excellent. And joining Kidus now is Bob, a first-year graduate student in the Chem department.
So I'm a first-year student, and what I know for certain, and this goes for me personally, is that every one of us is required to TA in order to get our degree. It's a requirement of the department, and their goal is to give us a preliminary experience with teaching before we get our feet wet in the world of academia in chemistry. And so, however, with that being said, all TAs enjoy teaching, or else the rigor of grad school will force them to quit. So in other words, what I'm saying is, it's kind of impossible for someone who doesn't like teaching to stay in the department just because of the high demands of doing grad school as well as the TA role. And so you don't see a lot of people around who don't like TAing and stay in grad school in the chemistry department.
Is Taehi, a TA for CSE 311, 332, and 373.
Hello, my name is Taehi. I was encouraged by my friends in computer science to explore a new aspect of my passion in teaching the subject, which I ended up loving as it both enhanced my knowledge and strengthened my ties to fellow department students. I don't do it for money because there's much to gain in that aspect. I do it for receiving an edge in such a competitive field. Also, I often have good relationship with my friends, with my students, especially students who either come to my office hour or ask a lot of questions. I like engaging with people, which is I enjoy teaching and love my job.
Excellent. Thank you so much to all of our STEM TAs. We also have some humanity TAs joining us tonight, and let's bring them out and say hello to a few of our colleagues. Yes.
Hi, my name is Krystal.
Hi, Krystal.
I'm currently a TA for the English Composition Department, and I also work part-time at a newspaper firm. I'm an editor there, and I've been a TA for the English department altogether for about 4 quarters. Teaching in the English department means that we can put a name to our faces for professors. Ultimately, we're working, yes, but in the meantime, we are expanding our networks with ultimately highly acclaimed professors who would be able to recommend us to future employment opportunities.
Interesting. So you value the association with the professors more than the amount of money you're earning in the department.
Yeah, as a TA for the English department, it was never about the money because I am highly unpaid. I know that. And I work extremely high amounts of time, and we grade papers. We don't scan Scantrons. We don't have an answer key. So what matters for me as an English TA is that I am a TA at a highly prestigious university. And the statement that, oh, I work as a teacher assistant at the University of Washington is what I'm really here for. It places me up so many ladders.
Excellent. Finally, we will be talking to Liang, a sociology TA, who considers her students vital and unique sources of her graduate school learning. She's not here today, but we have Skyped her in. So here we go, Lanu. Why did you decide to become a TA?
Actually, I didn't decide to become a TA. It's a sort of way of funding for PhD students.
Okay.
So there are two options: mostly teaching assistant and research assistant. And if I can get some fellowship, that's gonna be perfect. I don't work. I just do my research and get tuition and stipends. That is fellowship. So that's gonna be really great. However, RAship is a little bit tricky. That research project is not of my interest. It's really hard to do, so I just decided to do PA, and it's for preparing teaching and teachers.
Yeah. And so do you work for the sociology department?
Yes.
Okay. So is the main purpose of this job for money, or is it to complete your PhD?
I would say both.
Both?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I need money to graduate.
Right.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
it's both.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Well, there's a couple factors going on. One is in pursuing a PhD, the majority of people getting a PhD are aiming to go into the academic environment, and you need teaching credentials on your resume to show that you have the ability to teach courses. But also on the practical requirement, on the practical side, as a graduate student, when you take on a teaching assistantship or a research assistantship of a certain type, it comes with, it's a job, so it comes with both a salary, benefits, and the big one is tuition remission, right? So I don't have to pay tuition. Well, I mean, I get a salary. Yes, so I mean, it's not as much as I think most TAs would like, but we do get a salary, we get health insurance, union coverage, and then the tuition remission. And it's because what we're doing is we're working half time, and then the other half of the time we're supposed to be dedicating to our studies, right? It's a 20-hour week job. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it to an extent. It's not my first passion. Some people, as they're pursuing a doctorate, what they really want to be doing is being a college professor, teaching other people. My passion is research. So, I mean, helping to design lessons, help students learn, and it's exciting to see students, particularly students that do come in with questions or an enthusiasm for whatever you're teaching, seeing them grow and expand. It's always good to see that you're making an impact.
Excellent. Thank you very much to all of our TAs for being with us tonight. What I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that all professors are the most valued in this educational institution. And as Ashley Mears asked in Working for Free in the VIP, she says, how does one person manage to capture surplus value from another? This is a question that she asked in the beginning of her writings. And for you, it's not about money. Mm-hmm. The value is more intangible than that. You are working under these professors for not very much money at all, but because you value the experience you're gaining.
That's correct.
Yes, that's right. And becoming a TA in the English department was more about teaching and training in order to become a professor. It was about learning, teaching, and gaining experience in this field at such a high-status university, and you get a lot out of becoming a TA for the English department. For example, we get to learn presentation skills and management skills.
Yeah, I agree with Krystal here.
I agree too.
Yeah, I think we definitely don't earn as much as a lot of the other people who invest the same amount of time into their work, and definitely not as much as professors. But, I think that it's a unique position, what we do for a living, where I think that because we talk to students, and a lot of these students tend to go into the same field as us, and we're able to talk to them on a daily basis and be able to be on the quote-unquote other end of the learning stick, where I'm able to test my knowledge and able to articulate what I know in easy terms for my students, where I'm able to teach them the material I'm interested in. And this is immensely useful because I'm able to land a job in academia and in the future, and it helps me get ahead in starting my reputation, my resume, and my credibility to becoming something like a professor. And plus, it doesn't hurt that I also personally find this to be fun.
And do you all agree? It's
Yeah.
fun? Yeah. So for these TAs, it's less about money and more about gathering personal experience and preparation for your future, yeah? They want to differentiate themselves. Working at the University of Washington gives these TAs the highly valuable power of association that comes and is rewarded from working with professors at such a highly accredited university. As Podonli says in Status Signals, status flows through association and relations through exchange and difference. They are surrounded by knowledgeable, driven individuals who are more highly accredited than them. But what that means is that they are automatically put into a socially perceived lower status, where they're compelled to prove themselves worthy of being a part of this senior teaching community at UW. There's an uneven playing field that exists within the university. Professors earn more, get more leeway in the classes they choose, receive more opportunities based on their frugal accomplishments, and they're respected by society as a whole. TAs have none of that, right? But despite that, they perform many of the duties of the professors. As a response, they are working on moving up the ladder and becoming more like the professors that they so look up to. Being associated with those professors yields some of the same benefits. They may be just TAs for now, but this value placed on a prestige and honor of accomplished academic, the status of being a professor, is strong enough to drive them to go through grueling years of grad school and the like, despite the inequality and difficult demands of their education. Sure, they work for less, yeah, but that's okay, because while their compensation may not be generous, the value that they're achieving is. What's more important is the power of becoming congruent with highly valued and esteemed academics like professors, because they sit on the top of the academic hierarchy. I want to thank the TAs for being with me today. Thank you so much for the different viewpoints.
Thank you.
And it was a great night. Thank you so much, and good night from Late Show Tonight.